Hi everybody, welcome to Kate's Space. Thanks for joining me again today. If you've been following along with this journal making for Brylee, and I hope that's at least some of you might be making a journal with me, we are probably at our last video, I hope. We're going to sew the signatures in. Now, most of you who are watching I think know how to do this, but there may be someone who comes across this video and doesn't. So I'm going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, which is pretty simple. I've made my template already because I'm absolutely terrible at maths and it takes me ages and I faff around, but I have got this ruler that I use now mostly. It's a Tim Holtz ruler, and I use this for tearing, this plastic edge here, but also you can find the center of things like I have here and measure where you want to have your signatures. Anyway, so what I've done is I've cut a piece of paper that is the same height as the tallest paper in my book. So you don't want it as tall as your book, you want it as tall as your signatures, or that's how I do it. And then I have cut it the width of the spine, or just inside the spine. So that was for me 4.5 centimeters by 21.6 I think centimeters. Right, and then I got my ruler. So you need to find the center lengthwise, this side widthways, find the center, and this is why I do odd number of signatures, because it's way easier than even, because you know one of your signatures going in the center and then you measure evenly out for your other 6. So I've done that, and this one was really easy. I could line this up and just go dot dot dot, and that was fine. And then this way again, you find your center lengthways, and you know that one of your holes is going to go in the center lengthways, and then you just space them out how you want them. Come in a little from the top and then space these sort of evenly between. So that's quite easy. So you can do it with measurements, or if you've got a ruler like that. I've found that has really helped me because my brain doesn't work with numbers very well at all. Okay, so then you need to just get this as straight as you can in your spine, and this is a bit that I find a bit tricky, and you need something sort of soft-ish to press into. I've got this bit of old yoga mat, I think it is. Oh no, it's a bit of an old sleep mat for tramping. Oh, look how comfortable that would be. This is probably a little bit soft because my holes go jamming through, and in some ways lots of people use like an old book, like an old phone book, but well, who can find an old phone book anymore? They're becoming very rare. So yeah, so I've tried to get this in the middle as best I can. If you have it on an angle, then your signatures will be on an angle on the outside. Right, so there's that. And then for thread, I use this 100% linen, flax linen thread. It's 50 grams, and I run it through my beeswax block, and I generally start at the front, but I'm going to do all the holes first with my very sharp little pokey tool that I bought. Okay, so this is the bit. All right, I'm just going to do my best. If they're a little bit wonky, so be it. Don't really want them to be, but I want this to, you want this to sit evenly, evenly from the top to the bottom, so that your signatures sit evenly. Right, I'm just going to take it off the mat and just measure it on here, because I would like them to be straight, and try and get that sort of evenly between those two lines there. Okay, and I could actually clip it. That's a good idea. Maybe just put a paper clip at the top. And one at the bottom. Just to hold the guide there. And let's get one of the signatures. How are you all today? I hope you're all well. I know that Canada's been having a big storm. I think that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to get my punch, and right now we're going to go through and punch all these holes. So at each intersecting spot you put a hole. Now the difficulty will be with this one. Oops, see, I didn't, oh well, it doesn't matter. There's fabric on the other side, and it will be hard to find the holes when you're coming back through, but we will muddle our way through that. Okay, and I'll speed this up for you. Okay, I've done the holes. I'm going to take the template off and pop that aside, and we have all our holes, and of course they will be hard to see from this side. We'll just have to see how we go. Right, now our signatures. So you need to make sure they're all up the right way and they're staggered how you want them. Okay. Oh. Right, and then you can use bulldog clips or I'm all a bit fingers and thumbs today. You can use bulldog clips or paper clips to hold your signatures in place. I used to use bulldog clips, but I found they got in my way, so now I use these these sort of longish paper clips, and it seems to work. Seems to work all right for me if I'm doing this kind of binding. Now we need holes in here, and the way I do that is I get my template, and I need another piece of paper that is the same height, so this piece here, and then I fold it this way, and then we go, this is the top, and this is the top, okay, and I then go down and mark where the holes in the signature are going to be. So line that up with one of your lines, and I just do a line like that where each hole is. And then where the fold intersects that line, that's where you're going to poke through your signature. that way, so we know that's the top. Grab your first signature, first set of pages, and then you put your template in, sort of matching it with the tallest page in that signature, or if there's no tall pages in that signature that are the height of that your template was, then you just make it as even as you can. Hold it firm. I'll just move the cover out of the way. Hold it firm. Now some people put it into like they might have a book punching cradle or something like that. I don't have anything like that, but I'm just making sure that they're all nicely in like that. I get my awl or a pokey tool and I grab it, and I can see here where I need to put the hole, so I put the pokey tool there and I just push it through as straight as I can, and then I hold it as I pull it out, and I repeat all the way down. Trying to keep that template super still and steady so it doesn't move, which is why I put my hand on it before I pull my awl out, and try and get it straight so the holes are really on the crease. Sometimes I miss the boat on that, but those look pretty good. I don't know if you can see the holes there. Right, then remember to take your template out, and let's get our needle. I have a blunt tapestry needle that I use. I don't like using a pointy one because I start sometimes making extra holes. So it's got quite a big eye, but that's okay. Right, I get my thread and I sort of measure it by one, say twice and a little bit more. That's more than enough, depending if you want strings hanging down. Haven't really thought about that. And then I run it through my wax, and that just makes it grip when you tie it. And so your knots stay nice and firm. Ooh. So it just gives them a little bit of grip. Thread the needle, and sometimes you can start from the outside, which means you will tie on the outside. I don't want to do that, but I am thinking of having some buttons on the spine. So I'm going to start from the center, from the inside of my signature to the outside of the book. That's the easy bit. Now, if we want buttons, we need to think about that now. I've got some lovely shell buttons. I've got a few glass buttons. That I am hoarding, as you can see. That would look really pretty, but they're all odd. And these ones are beautiful, but they are quite bulky. I don't think they're quite right. That's actually a shell button. I don't think I'm ready to part with any of these yet. That one's beautiful. I think they're not quite right. But I thought about some mother of pearl ones, but then I'm just wondering if actually there's enough on the back of here. Yeah, I'm actually thinking no to the buttons now. That makes it easier. Alright, so we've come up through. Now we need to find the hole here. I think that's it. So yeah, the hole in the spine is there. It's left a little mark on the fabric. come through and find your next hole up and come through, and hopefully your pages are all nicely, yeah, and you come through here. So I'm going from the middle upwards to the top. And then back through this top hole here. And you can see out we come. Now we head back down. So we're going to go through the same hole that we just came out. Well, we went in, yeah. So we went in that hole, and now we're going to go back in that hole. The thing with that is you have to be very careful that you don't catch your thread, or your page won't tighten. Let's see how we're going to go here. Is this going to go in all right? Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I've caught the thread. And then you're going to skip the center hole, and you're going to come down to the next one down. So you've got a big long one here with your tail to the left, and then you've got to find the next hole, which might be tricky. Oh no, that might be it there. No, it's somewhere here. Oh, I think that's it. Okay, so sometimes if you can't see, and with the fabric it is harder to see, sometimes you have to get your sharp tool or your needle and just give it a poke and see where it came through in the fabric, because there's quite a few layers of fabric and lace there. I'm not sure where this one poked through. Or you can just poke around like that. No, that's not going to work. So where are we? We're right there. Okay, let's see if we can find that. No, that's too far over. That's not the right one. Hang on a minute. There we go, that one. That's better. There. Okay, let's see if we can get it. There, right. Okay, so I'm through there, and then through the hole in your pages. Try and get that. Yep, through. Okay, quite nice and tight, and again through this one.
See you later.
Okay. Okay, so then you go up to the next one, up again and back out through there. Again, try not to catch your thread. If you use embroidery thread, it's much easier to catch. All right, and then we're going to come back through this middle one here, the center one. Probably could have done with a little bit more thread. I mean, I've got plenty to tie off, but okay, so I've got that. Now I have to come through the pages without making a big mess. And come up, sorry if you can't see, I just need to, yeah, come up on the other side of your center string Right, I hope that looks all right. Let's have a look. Let's close this. I don't want to pull my threads too tight. Oh yeah, and we've got a bit of a, of course we're going to have a bit of a lump there where it goes over. It's not too bad. Got a bit of thread coming out from when we've poked the hole. The thing is now, there's really no going back. Just want to make sure they're nice and tight, but not too tight. There we go. Okay, and then I want them to be able to sit, closed relatively easy. There we go. I think that's good. Right, and then I do a reef, I think this is a reef knot, left over right and pull, and then right over left and then pull, and that should be enough to hold it. And I don't trim those. That's our first signature in, and then you just rinse and repeat 6 more times. So I will probably leave the camera on and I'll edit it and fast forward it so it's not too dull. I thought I had something over here, but I haven't. Oh, I did it on the back. I did it on that. Okay. So checking again that all the pages are up the right way. I think I've sewn things in upside down in the past, and then how staggered how you want them. And yeah. on to my last signature. And so far everything has gone all right. So that is a relief. It's always a relief. And they look pretty straight. I don't think they're perfect, but I think they will be okay. I always have mixed feelings about this part of the process because it means you've nearly finished your journal, so that's exciting. Okay, now I can't find this hole after everything going so well. Oh, yeah. It means you've almost finished your journal, but also it's, I don't know, I always get nervous no matter how many times I do it. But we're nearly there. We're on the home straight, which is great. And then I need to come up with a new project. Is anyone out there got any suggestions for me? Let me know if there's anything I could do a video on that anyone's interested in. I mean, you can pretty much find videos on anything you want to on YouTube. Let's face it, it's all up there. You name it, someone's done a video on it. Which is quite handy, really, if you want to learn how to do anything. I'm super keen on learning how to make some paper, but I don't even know. I'm not really sure where to start. I know you need to keep scraps, but do they have to be all super plain paper, or can they have printing on them? Can you save your printed scraps? Or will that just make everything go sort of a muddy grey colour? Anyway, so I need to look at how to do that. And I made some cabbage dye yesterday, thinking, oh well, I want to give that a go. I want some blue, and I know cabbage, I've got an article and it says if you add baking soda and make the cabbage alkaline, then it goes blue. And if you add vinegar and make it acid, it goes like a pinky purple colour. So I boiled up the cabbage in a muslin bag, and I can't find the hole on this side. Well, I didn't really boil it, I just heated it to boiling point, but it didn't say to boil it. And then I've poured a little bit out and added baking soda, and it looks blue, but when I dip the paper in, it dries green. I'm not really that keen on green paper. It's not quite what I want, so I added more. I've added more baking soda. I mean, I don't know how much to add. So yeah, I'm still experimenting with that, and if that works out, I'll obviously show any results that I'm happy with. If anybody knows how to get it blue, then I'd love to know. If anyone wants to share their secrets. I know it can be done because I've seen it, so I don't know whether I haven't boiled my cabbage for long enough or what. Anyway, we'll wait and see how that works out. Then I'm waiting for the Putakawa flowers to blossom, which should happen in, well, maybe November. I don't think before then. And I'm going to do some more eco prints, which I'd hopefully be able to share in the form of either paper packs or a digital. I'm not sure which one, or maybe both. That's my goal anyway. I know there's lots of other plants that eco print, but I've got lots of Pahutakawa and they eco print so beautifully that I thought, oh well, let's just stick with what we know works. But as the weather gets warmer, those sort of projects are great because things dry a lot quicker and you can do it outside, or you know, set up a table outside if you want to, and do it in the sunshine, which is nice. So those are a few things. We have the jib stoppers here today. So they've started stopping the walls so that they can prepping them for painting. And I had a man come yesterday to measure up the windows and the door, so hopefully we'll get a quote for that shortly, and someone else will also come and measure up as well, and we'll get an idea of how long those are going to take. So that's good, that's ticking along. Alright, that's the last signature sewn in. I've got lots of strings hanging down there, but that's good because I'm thinking maybe if I've left the strings long enough on the centre signature, oops, I'll just take this off, that I might put beads on that one, so that would be this one here. Oh, we might be able to. Let's have a look and see if we've got any beads. These ones are mostly glass, which is why that's what I like using. So we've got an array, we've got some pink glass ones here and some clear. So we could do pink and clear. That's pretty much, or we could do a gold one, but I don't know how. That'd be quite cute. I don't know if the string will go through that. Oh, there's these green. Let's have a look and see if the string will go through here. Oh yeah, it will. Okay, we'll need one of those cups for it to sit in. Something like that, except maybe a gold one. I don't like that one, or a sparkly one. What about a sparkle one? Oh. Now I just want this to be something for it to sit on, to hold it, so it doesn't need to be big. Yeah, like that. So I think that goes on first. No, that goes on last. So a clear one and a pink one, and then the gold one maybe. then it sits on this and you tie a knot. Let's see if we like what that looks like. It's kind of cute. I feel like it needs a knot at the top as well. I don't know if we're going to get two. I wonder if we can get both strings. I can get both strings through these beads. I don't know if I'll be able to get both of them through. One goes through easily. Oh yeah, I think we will. In which case we need to tie a knot sort of there. How likely am I going to be able to get that right? And then I don't know if there's going to be enough string. Oh well. Okay, I'm going to tie a knot. If it doesn't work, we can just cut them off. It doesn't matter. And also, if she doesn't like them, she can cut them off too, which is kind of good. Okay, so put them through, remembering that because this is wax, once I've knotted it, it's very difficult to undo. There we go. Okay. Now thread our beads on. Actually, we might end up having to cut that second one anyway because it's not as long. David popped in yesterday when I was just sort of looking at the journal and seeing what needed doing next. He goes, oh, that's very frilly. Oh well. Funny. I said, oh well, I think Brylee likes pretty girly things, so I think she'll like it. Someone made a comment about how she'll be enjoying watching me make her journal, but no one in my family, oh no, I tell a lie, my sister watches my videos sometimes, but apart from that, no one else watches them. So I can safely say she is not watching me make her journal. And I want to post it on Instagram, but then I suddenly realised that will sort of spoil the surprise, so I'll just have to do little sneak peeks on Instagram. Am I going to get the second one through? I'm struggling to get that second string through there. I'm sorry if I was off camera, but I just can't. Struggling to see. I can get it through that bit, first bit, the hole. No. Okay. That might be a no. That bead. So how about we put a sparkly on instead. Let's keep it simple and easy so we don't get frustrated. That's cute, and then just something to finish it off. I think you still need a little something with a small hole to knot. We just need a small bead maybe, because yeah, that's got a big hole in it. I think that needs to go on top. Oh dear, sorry people. I want to put that on top, I think. Although it might slip, it'll probably slip past that knot. Yes, it will. So, got a teeny mini one. I think the hole's the same size. Maybe not. No, it's not. Okay, this is going to work. Okay, I believe this will work. And I hope that you have been able to see some of that. Okay, and then this one. Gosh, I haven't put beads on a journal in so long. Okay, I have that one through. Now the pink one. I think I'll do that one first, the short one. And see if we can get this one to come through. Yep. Okay. There we go. It's cute. Now I need to try and tie a knot. I haven't left myself a lot of wriggle room with that last thread there. Let's see if we can get it to come through. Yep, but I think we need 2 knots. Try and do another one, but I don't know if that's going to work for me. Do another knot, and then I know it's not going to come off. There we go. There's the big knot. Right, I'm just going to cut it there. I don't think I want any more. I just think I want the one. Okay, so that's that one. Let's not cut those off. All right, now we trim our strings to however long you want them. Don't think I can be bothered with more dangles. And then it will just be, I don't know, about 1,000 times looking through it to see if there's anything else I need to add. Because decorations wise, I don't know if I want anything else. But it's good to have these sewn in. I think they look okay. They're pretty good. I mean, they have to lift up over these beads and stuff. That one there is probably the most wonky one at the top. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. And it looks like everything's up the right way. Oh, I've got a few silky threads here that need trimming off. I don't think I've sewn anything in upside down or around the wrong way or anything like that. So we've got our pretty little beads there. That's probably going to slip up above that knot. And yeah, I mean, there's a few little blocks of space where it feels a bit sort of plain, like here. I think I'm going to add something here in this little spot because it feels a bit like there's nothing. Yeah, there's a whole lot of pages with nothing. So now that's put together, you kind of get an idea of what you want to do. So yeah, there'll be a little bit more playing around with it, and then it'll be finished and I'll do a flip through. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and joining in with this watching the series, and thanks for your kind comments. and I'll see you next time for the flip through. Bye.